Good evening, everyone. Rose here. Today I'm doing a react to Foodie Beauty's live stream called Orange Julep. But not only am I reacting to small parts of the Orange Julep live stream, I also wanted to react to the very short video that Foodie Beauty did before doing the Orange Julep live stream, and also to one of her community posts. I just wanted to put everything together into one react video because there's really no sense in doing 3 or 4 videos when all this stuff together could just form one video. So Foodie Beauty went to the Orange Julep tonight and she got some poutine after seeing Natter. She went to go see him, and this live stream Orange Julep is the live stream that she did on the way back. I peeked at it and I only saw a couple of points of interest. That's why we're just doing the 2 points and then moving on to the comments section. And because there isn't a whole lot to react to, I'm putting the community post that kind of goes along with this, that really the community post plays into why Foodie is so mad. So let me just go ahead and pull up the live stream so I can show you guys what's going on here. So there's Foodie, and this is her doing something before she goes to the Orange Julep. So in this clip, I can't believe I have to make this video. Foodie is extremely angry at people for coming for the person that sold her $500 in hats. So there is somebody around Foodie that's selling her a bunch of hats, and she bought quite a few. She said she spent around $500 to $600 on hats. One of those people, I believe it's part of Bay Nation. I mean, I do follow Foodie, but I don't follow that closely to know every personality around Foodie. But there's somebody around Foodie, I think it's one of the members of Bay Nation, that sold her a bunch of hats. And I guess people are coming for that person. And she's angry about it. So before we get into this very short video, let me take you over here to this community post that she made 23 hours ago. It says, if you want to join the monthly crochet hat club, the hats I wore tonight are from Key from Bay Nation. So I guess Key from Bay Nation is crocheting hats. As you can imagine, the people were angry about this and they let their feelings be known in the community post. So let's read some of the comments from the people, because trust me, they were not happy about Foodie doing this community post at all. Lynn says $50 a month would help out a women's shelter a lot, and they'd be grateful for it. So I guess this hat club costs $50 a month. That's a lot of money for a hat. $50 a month for a crocheted hat, that's quite a bit. I mean, as someone that you offer goods or services, you are free to charge whatever you want. I would just think $50 is a lot for, say, a crocheted hat, but that's just me. Bugatti Tutati says, please support the creator directly. Chantal still hasn't sent coffee from Cuba. Don't pay her a dime. She will just give it to Natter. Of course, just about everything she makes goes to Natter. Chantal's so irresponsible that even though her car is on its last leg, she won't fix her car and she won't buy another car. You know, that Kia could break down at any time, but she can't be bothered to fix up her car to where it won't fail on her. And she can't be bothered to buy cat food half the time. So anything that anybody gives to Chantal, more than likely, you know, Natter's going to get it. So Brown Eyed Girl says, just a heads up, if you are getting paid to promote another website or business, legally, you must discuss it. Yeah, that's a rule on YouTube, that if you're getting some kind of sponsorship or you are trying to sell stuff to people, you have to disclose that on your videos. You can't just do a community post. That's a big no-no. Key C says, I'm so happy you and Natter work things out. You're the perfect couple. I totally ship Nadtel. Yeah, I think they're perfect together. I agree with you. They're both evil monsters. They deserve each other. Third World Pavement Trash says this is against TOS. She has not disclosed whether she is sponsored by Key for her video before her promotion of a paid site for these hats. She could lose her channel over this. You know what? It is against TOS, but Chantal feels very bold. I mean, she is caught on her channel and she keeps showing us partial nudity, and YouTube just kind of looks the other way. They really don't care. So if they're not going to take her down for almost flat out full on nudity, I seriously doubt they're going to do anything over her breaking the not disclosing sponsorship rule. Sue Smith says, might want to tell B and E if they want subs for that Patreon. They might want to add that level to their current Patreon listing. So they don't have that on their Patreon listing. Interesting. 3R says, nobody wants to give you money because all you've got going is to give it to Slappy. So you, him, and Dee Dee can cuddle up on a bed bug infested mattress in a rundown hotel. Yeah, anybody giving Chantal money for any reason, you know what she's spending it on. It's your money, do what you want with it, but you know where it's headed. Let's see, next comment. Duck says $50 a month can help an animal rescue or help feed kids that don't get lunch. Come on, girl, start giving back to your community. Yeah, it's so sad. There are smaller channels that make far less money than Chantal, and they do fantastic giveaways. They're not stingy with their subscribers. They do giveaways all the time. And Chantal's over there making big money and she can't be bothered to do a proper giveaway. Well, that just shows you where her head is at. Gina Channel says, if she's helping you in your scams, then no. Usually I would go and sub, but the fact she aids you in all this, then totally no. You teamed up with the wrong scammer, Bunny Key. You know, anybody that comes near Chantal, that becomes part of Chantopolis, that's a double-edged sword because it might benefit you for a moment, but the damage that happens to your reputation and your YouTube channel or even your business can be long-standing because everybody's going to associate who you are and what you do with Foodie Beauty. And she does not have the best reputation as a person, as a YouTuber. So anybody trying to use Chantal to get a come up, to move up the ladder to make money, that comes with a price. That comes with a very, very heavy price. Even if you're an honest business person and you mean no harm to anybody, that stain is going to stay on your coat for a very long time and you're going to have to work double hard to get it off. So I guess May Nation is trying to use Chantal for a come up or to sell some stuff. You know, I am not against anybody doing anything to make money that is above board. And if you are someone and you're crocheting something or making something, then the bonus is you get to do what you love and maybe turn it into a business. But you got to be careful about who you associate with if you're trying to build a business. If you associate with the wrong people, it can damage what you're trying to do and hold you back. So Bay Nation wants to kind of get in bed with Chantal. Well, they'll find out later what a bad idea that was. Let's see. Slap Happy says, let's begin the countdown for how long it takes for her to lash out and ruin this friendship. I'll give it a few weeks and she will be calling them all kinds of names. Yeah, there's different people that tried to latch on to Chantal for a come up and she ends up turning on people. I mean, we've seen it countless times. It's only a matter of time before Bay Nation turns on her or she turns on Bay Nation. Usually any kind of friendship that Chantal has, any kind of alliance, does not last long. Pam Willis says, I'm not paying $50 a month to get one hat. Etsy has different ones for $20 and under. The hats they send the pig will just go on the floor with the other stuff people sent her. The cats will get them and use them as bathrooms because this pig won't change their cat litter. People have lost their channels for a lot less, but the pig gets away with it showing everything that no one wants to see. When she loses her channel, she best not come on here crying. I wish her nothing but misery and pain for the rest of her life. The way she talks to people and treats people is disgusting. But yet her idiots don't seem to care. They are abused verbally by her. Rio says, is this for future rent money for Natter and you? Of course it is. They got to keep that money flowing because the rent's always got to get paid. Christina the Latina says, did you ever send Bay Nation the camera you said they could have? Probably not. Probably not. Crazy Blonde Biatch, in reply to that, says, don't you remember she sent out the camera at the same time she sent all the clothes to Sandy and Ange? Yeah, me neither. So she's promised to send people stuff and she never sends it. Even when she came back to Cuba, oh, I will send Ashley the coffee, the Cuban coffee. She has yet to send that out. Opinionated says, isn't that the camera she's still using now? She was going to send it because she was too lazy to figure out how to stop it from following her around her trash heap bedroom, right? Yeah, she kept that camera and she's using it now. So much for promising people to send them things. Let's see, next comment. Kenzie Alexa says, run. You will get scammed for the hats, just like she scams you for the postcards, OnlyFans, the traveling tears, and everything else, LOL. If you give this buffalo a dime, please kiss it goodbye as you're sending it. Yeah, because you'll never see it again. And you'll never get anything in return for the money you send her. Darth Grumpy says, oh, Chantal, you open the door for reaction channels to make fun of them. You did this and you can't close it. You know what type of people you attract, and still you want to expose your friends to this. Can't take it back, and you painted the target on them. This is your fault. It's her fault, but at the same time, anybody that's got a channel or a business, it's up to the business owner, the entrepreneur, to research the people that they want to associate with. If you have any kind of business, whether it's small, medium, or large, it's up to you to do your research with any other person or group or organization that you associate with and you link yourself to. And if Bay Nation didn't do their homework, well, that's their fault. Fanny V says, $50? Are you out of your mind? That new Montreal for Slappy, is that expensive? Of course it is. Of course it is. Amy P says, e-begging for Bay Nation. Really classy, ladies. Yeah, it is very, very classy. Everybody talking about the camera she was supposed to give Bay Nation. Courtney says, is it legal to promote businesses on YouTube? Shouldn't we all just make YouTube aware that this is becoming a business promotion channel? Chantal, your channel is disappearing soon. I don't know about that. I mean, YouTube is protecting her for some reason. So she's got nothing to fear. Let's see. Different Sage says, how do you still have a channel? You're obviously doing things for feeders. It's so disgusting. My God, you've gained so much weight. Love that for you. Yeah, a lot of the things that Chantal does on her channel is aimed at the feeder crowd. She's doing the adult cam girl fetish thing, but she's not doing it on the right form. She's doing it on a public form where it's not adult only. I work in that world. I work in the adult world. And I'm telling you, a lot of things that she does, says, it's all feeder fetish related. And that's all she wants on her channel. She wants her entire audience to be nothing but feeders because those are the guys that pay well. She doesn't care about Joe Schmo from Idaho, just a regular viewer. She wants people on her channel that are going to give her the big bucks. The rest of you that don't give her extra money, you're just peasants. That's how she sees you. You're just there. You might put a few pennies in her pocket by watching her videos, but she's really looking for the big money whales. She's looking for the people that'll spend the extra money and send her money on PayPal and buy her food and buy her clothes. She wants all of those people. She doesn't appreciate everybody, just the big money whales that are giving her the extra off YouTube. Let's see. Looking for another great comment. Everybody telling her that $50 you spend can go in other places. Everybody's saying they're reporting her. Let's see. Oops, sorry. Life of an Angel Mom says, you actually paid over $600 for those goofy hats? I want to know what you were on when you ordered them. They'll end up on the floor covered in cat pee and hair, just like everything else. Well, that's her money. She chose to spend her money that way. So that was a community post that she made last night. So here she is getting mad about people roasting her about that. And she's mad at the reaction channels. She's got a lot to say about it. So let's get to with this very brief live stream.
But I have to make this video, so here we are.
Not really. You don't have to make any videos, Chantal. You can choose not to do a video. You can choose to step away from the camera. You can choose to go take a walk and calm down and take a breath. Don't come on camera and say, I have to do this. You don't have to. Nobody's twisting your arm. Nobody's forcing you. You're making the choice to do this. You're not being forced to do anything.
I'll make it short. Basically, just quit being assholes. What the hell? Honestly,
Says the biggest a-hole. But go ahead.
I just want to say I didn't even think I would have to. I don't even know what to say. I don't think I would have to make this video. It's so stupid that I have to make this. So my community post about my hats, which was a happy event yesterday, somebody made hats for me that I paid for. So I'm on here just to confirm, since people like idiotic reaction channels who make shit up but never lie.
Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am, can you please have a seat? Please sit down. Let me remind you of something. The reaction channels, we don't make stuff up. We react to your videos, the videos that you yourself post on your channel. We show the videos and we react to what we see and what we hear. And because you lie so much, when you sit there and you lie about talking to Natter or being around Natter or what's going on, yes, we do speculate and we are free to do so. But we don't lie on you. We react to your live streams and your videos. That's all we do. Unfortunately for everyone on YouTube, you are a toxic cesspool of negativity, of lies and deception and manipulation. If you came on camera and you told the truth and nothing but the truth, you gave it to us straight as you should, if you were honest as you should be, then we wouldn't have to speculate about what you're doing and what's going on behind the scenes. And because you are such a liar, you lie when you don't have to. We speculate a little bit. But before that, we react to your videos. Now then, something else I want to bring up before I forget. Something you should know. You're over there and you have said outright, I make so much money. I make so much money. I've got so much money. Can I tell you something? I have met two kinds of people in my life. I have met people who genuinely had money and those who normally don't have it, but they flex like they did. Those who truly have money and they're used to having it, they don't make a big deal of it. They don't talk about how much money is in their pocket. They don't talk about how much money they've spent that day. To them, it's just normal life. They just go on about their business. Other people that really don't have money, that want to make a big deal about having it, those are the people that will carry around a big wad of bills in their pocket and then bring it out and flash it around to everybody else. They are the people that wear way too much jewelry and they want to get all the attention. Those are the faux rich. They make a big deal about that money because they're not used to having it. It's not their normal life. And so when they have something in their pocket, they want everybody to know. So you're over there saying, I've got so much money. Apparently not, because you're over there trying to flex that you spent $500 to $600 on hats. You could have said, I bought a bunch of hats and left it at that. But you made a point to point out how much you spent on the hats. That looks really tacky, you know, really tacky, really, really tacky to point out how much you spent on those hats. Were you trying to flex on everybody? Like, look, I spent $600 on hats. And that was your silent way of saying, look how much more money I've got than you peasants, that I could spend money on hats like this. It's not the flex that you think it is, because you're buying hats that, I'm sorry, Bay Nation. Listen, I'm just airing my opinion. Those hats that you buy, they look silly on you because you're a 38-year-old woman. Those are hats that are kind of meant for, say, people that are into anime or cosplay or children. They're not meant for someone like you. My opinion, I'm free to do what I want here. But yeah, the whole thing about flexing and talking about the amount of money you spent, it's tasteless. It's tacky. If you really had money, you don't talk about money. You hear me? You don't mention the amounts that you spend. You know, the more you talk about money and how much you spend, the more it indicates how little money you actually have in your pocket. But please go ahead, Chantal.
right? Saying that we're all in a Bay Nation, Kay, that we're all in on a scam and these hats together. No, I paid like 600 fucking 500 fucking dollars. I don't know. It might have been like after. I think it was like 500, maybe a bit more after.
Maybe instead of spending $600 on stupid hats, you should spend about $50 in cat food and cat supplies and take your happy self with BBJ and Sam to the vet and the groomers and get them fixed up. That makes me mad. You're over here spending money on hats when your cats need to be cared for. Why can't you spend that same amount on your pets, woman? Why not? You got the money, obviously. You sit there dropping money on useless stuff. Why can't you spend that same money on your pets? Why? Explain it to me.
Or like everything else, transfer, like the exchange and everything. After the exchange, actually, it was 500 American. I paid 500 American. So for me, it's like over 600 bucks. 500 American. Like I said, I can't even believe I'm explaining myself to this. I paid really good money for those hats. That Kay, a very amazing, nice person, took the time because she loves to crochet. And this is a really good way for her to have a side hustle and make money. And you people just want to ruin this too. Kay, Bay Nation have no affiliation with me at all.
Bullshit. Bullshit, they don't. Are you kidding me? You mod for them. You're in their chat room. They're in your chat room. What are you talking about? They have no affiliation with you, you big liar. They are so closely linked to you, it's ridiculous. What do you mean? They're not affiliated with me. Oh, they just come into your chat for, even though, and they're strangers. So you're just promoting their business, what, out of the goodness of your heart? Chantal, we know you. You're getting something out of this. Nobody knows what. They might have agreed to split the profits or something, but you don't do anything money-wise unless you're getting something out of it. When it comes to money, you do everything with a purpose. You manipulate people with a purpose. You scam people for a purpose. You're not being generous and nice and just promoting another, like somebody else on YouTube. No, no, I guarantee you there was some kind of agreement between the two of you. You're getting something out of this. Nobody knows what, but I promise you, everybody out there, she would not do this unless there was some kickback of some kind for her.
I like them. I watch them. Um, I paid her for her services. I'm a customer. If you have a business, if you have a store, does the grocery store ask you who you are? Does it ask you for your criminal history when you go to buy a fucking block of cheese? No. So then leave her the F alone, stupid reaction people. And if you like the hats, buy the hats because they're effing cute. And they're worth all the 50. Actually, they're worth more than $50. Because you know what? She's putting a lot of time and effort and love into those hats. And they're worth every fucking penny. They're very good quality. They're crochet. They're cute. And if you don't want one, don't effing buy one. But don't friggin' be miserable to everyone else. Grow the fuck up and get a life and shut the fuck up, people. And buy a hat. Or don't. I get no money from these hats. Okay?
Liar.
I have nothing to do with them.
Liar. Okay, so that was a little mini rage that she gave us. Okay. So now we're going to go over to the Orange Julep live stream. And like I said, there's a couple of key points. Oh, and by the way, this little mini rage stream that she did, look, no, she turned the comments off. She turned the comments off. So there she is, ducking, dodging, and weaving any kind of criticism. But let's go over here where she talks about Natter. And then we'll move on to another part that I picked out. And then we'll go to the comments and call it a day. So here we go, y'all. Y'all ready? Strap up. We're going in.
I split on a friggin'. It's gonna flop everywhere. I split on a friggin'. You can get your own 8-pack, so I split on an 8-pack with. I just came up and just like hung out for a bit with Natter and just like I'm trying to help him like learn how to do his own stuff, like his own thumbnails and stuff. So each time I see him, I try to like show him like one small thing to do. You know what I mean? So, but yeah.
You know what? I'm calling BS again. Does anybody out there believe that she sat down with Natter and was teaching him how to do thumbnails? I don't believe so, because she wants Natter to be dependent on her for certain things so that she always has a place in his life. She's so desperate to be linked for life to this dude that anything that he doesn't know how to do, that she knows how to do, she's not going to let him know how to do it himself, because whatever that thing is, no matter how small, if he learns how to do it, then that means whatever that thing is, he doesn't need her. And she wants him to need her in some way. So she's going to try to hold knowledge away from him so that he always needs her and he'll have a reason to call her and bring her over. She's not that person that she's all about meeting up with people and helping people to be more independent to where they don't need her. Her idea of love is making people need her rather than want her. There is a difference between somebody needing you and loving you. And notice that all of the men that are close to Chantal, Pete, Natter, they are both in a position of needing Chantal. Not about loving Chantal, needing her. She sets up this system of codependency, and she is not eager to break those chains of codependency. To be fair, though, I mean, Natter has a channel, and he could do what every other channel on YouTube does and sit down and figure out things himself. I mean, there are tutorials of all kinds about anything YouTube related out there. I taught myself to do thumbnails. I taught myself to do editing for my ambiance videos. I know how to do quite a bit. If I learned it, he can learn it. But Foodie is not going to encourage him to learn things on his own, because if he learned everything he needed to know, he would not need Chantal. She wants him to forever need her, because as long as he needs her, he'll want her around to do those things.
But I know people are probably like, oh, probably think, well, you're probably surprised that I'm going home to be with you guys and I'm not in a rage. No, I'm a changed woman. No, I'm really, really, really trying to do things differently. And, well, I mean, I know that's bullshit after yesterday's rage, but
Right?
okay, I need to stop the car for a minute. I have a bottle of Moscato flying all over the friggin'. I can't deal with this. Hi! I seem grumpy? I'm actually in a really good mood.
Head south on 70th Avenue.
Of course you're in a good mood. You just saw Natter. Of course you're in a good mood.
McDonald.
You're in a good mood, but at the same time you got Natter too. So you're happy because you saw him, but you're going to be a complete snot to all the people in your chat.
Then to the left onto Route William McDonald.
I think it's because I'm going home. I don't like staying in CD hotels. No, I don't mind, but here's the thing. I'm hungry and I'm going to get a poutine. So.
Oh God.
No wait. Maybe I'm gonna get chili. I think they have chili. Hi Jeremiah! I'm in Montreal. Yeah, I want to drink. So I got all these craft beers. I have a bottle of Moscato, which I've never had. So I want to try that. When I get home, I'll drink that. And then...
So I'm curious. Did she take all that alcohol over to Natter's place, hoping that he would let her in and they would just all drink together and get drunk, and then maybe she could do the naughty nasty with him and maybe stay over for the night? Was that the intention, and it just didn't work because she's coming home with all the alcohol?
LCBO. And then we just have this case of a bunch of weird beers. So they're not opened. They're going to stay unopened. Beezer! Please! He brought me out the leftover paneer.
How embarrassing. The guy that you're seeing, knowing how gluttonous you are, to give you the rest of the paneer. That's not exactly a compliment, Chantal.
I was like, you made paneer, I gotta try it! I have to try his paneer. I have to. Anyways, so no, we just hung out. So I'm telling you, like, when I say we're taking things slow and redeveloping this friendship, that's it. It's okay. I can go home now and bees and live my life. And
why do I have a feeling that she's around Natter and she's trying to build things up slowly, and the goal is to where he gets comfortable with her and she gets him a place somewhere at some point, and then she slowly starts to move her stuff in and she ends up with Natter, and she's going to do that to get him away from Dee Dee. Even if Natter and Dee Dee still see each other, she'll be a lot happier knowing that he's not living with Dee Dee, and he won't have as much contact with her. Like maybe that's her plan, to get him lured into a sense of, I'm a changed person, now do what you want. But here's the problem. Dee Dee is more the submissive one. Chantal's way too defiant for his personality. So she can only stomach being submissive for a short period of time. But then after a while, that defiant side of her comes rushing out and they fight, and then she has to go home. So whatever plans you got with Natter, Chantal, like I said, I hope the two of you end up together, because if you do, that means you're not around decent people. But you guys are like oil and water. But please go ahead. Let's see the fireworks go off.
Still have my boundaries. But at the same time, we can also still...
I find it funny that she uses the word boundaries. If you are a woman and you literally sit by the phone waiting for a guy to call, or the moment you're done with a live stream, you're calling him, you are the one doing the chasing, and you're the one driving 2 hours back and forth each way several days a week to go see him, you ain't got no boundaries. You don't have any. You're the one chasing him, Chantal. He's not chasing you. He's letting you do all the heavy lifting and the heavy work. You don't have boundaries. If you had boundaries, then you wouldn't be waiting by the phone. You wouldn't be sending him messages. You wouldn't be buying him stuff. The more you do for him, the more that you prove that you're just that desperate and thirsty, and he'll let you do all the hard work. He's not going to lift a finger.
Work on mending relationships that mean something to us, and have determined that our people aren't ready.
In 300 meters, slight right onto Route.
We are going to eat so much food right now. A large orange julep. And
she just ate over at Natter's place, and he gave her a whole bunch of the paneer, and yet she's going to go and eat. You know, it's amazing to me. She just ate food and already thinking about food.
Like I've been saying these things for 5 years. Oh my God. Groundhog Day. I'm
In
so
600
frustrated.
meters, merge onto Auto Route 20.
Do you think there's ever people that just need to live away from society because they just really can't? They don't know how to be a member of society?
Yeah, that would be you.
People in prison, I guess. Jeez.
In 3 kilometers, use the right 2 lanes to take exit 68.
I'm gonna have to crap after, and then I'm gonna be like, "What did I eat?"
Okay, shut up. I don't want to hear about your bowel movements. Next. So let's move to right about here. Okay, hold on.
It's FFG's home. Yeah, it's not my home here. No, it's not. I agree. I can't finish this. I have to save room for paneer. I'll eat that later tonight. I know that. Or
Girl, you don't have to eat everything in one night. You can put that in the fridge and wait till the morning.
eating it. I'm gonna see. This is really thick.
Sorry, guys. I didn't know she was going to do that.
Drinks are very good, very good. Montreal has better nightlife, better restaurants, better culture. Yeah, I agree.
As if you ever go out and do anything.
I think so.
Oh, so we're back to blowing the nose, are we? Are you going to blame it on allergies again, Chantal? Why is it every time you spend time around Natter, directly after that, you're always blowing your nose? Any other time, you're not really blowing the nose as much, but you're back to blowing your stupid nose and being obnoxious about it.
More than fucking Gatineau. You want to be depressed? I find Gatineau so depressing. I hate that place. Oh, sorry.
Stop digging in your nose. It's gross.
That was gross. Sorry, that's really gross.
Yeah, it is.
Kelly from Young Kids in the Hall.
Okay. You know, hold on a minute. Freeze frame. Y'all notice something? Okay, so let me just turn. She's got a ring on her ring finger on her left hand. Let me just turn around just to make sure it's the right one. Yep, it sure is. That's not her right hand, that's her left hand. So she's got a ring on her ring finger. And I don't know if that means anything. I just find it funny that of all her fingers on her hand, she's got a ring on her left hand, on her ring finger, the wedding ring finger. Interesting. Interesting. So I don't know if she's ever worn that ring before on that finger, or if that's something new, but that's just something that I noticed.
New series, Perfection. Is it really good? I heard that it's like I haven't heard anything about it, sorry, actually. But I know Peace was like, concerned about it, but how was it? Is there a drive-thru across there? I kind of want to go get a bottle of water. But I'm hoping to, yeah. Who's messaging me?
Nobody important.
Oh no. I thought I had that guy. I thought I had that guy blocked. Oh, I guess not.
Okay, enough with this. You're not missing anything by me cutting out the rest of it. So let's go on to the comments. Miss Blackwood says, imagine all this driving to hang out with an unemployed, slappy hobgoblin. Well, she's not much better. You know, like water always finds its own level, and those two, they are the same. So, of course, they feel very comfortable in each other's company. A rock star's kin says, it's all she does, eat, lie, and spy on Nadum. Weird. Well, that's her life. She says she's living her life, so I guess for her, that's living. We know says her face looks really different the past few days. Is it the extra pounds? You know, it's hard to tell if it's the filters, lack of filters, bloating. Nobody knows, but I think the filters are getting to a point where they really can't help Chantal. We know says, LOL, she probably took the nearest exit and sped back to Lachine to do some spying. I don't know about that, but we'll see if she does another live stream tonight. Vera says, why doesn't she go home? She's a woman who roams the street all night. One of these nights she might run into someone that will not be nice. I see she took her son home. Yeah, they party together. I got this feeling that the reason why she's got all that alcohol in her car is that she was hoping that she could get Natter really blasted and she could get drunk and just hang out over there, and it just didn't happen. You know, and that's why she's bringing all this stuff home, and that's why she's coming home to Bees. It's like her plan just didn't work to stay over the night. Shut up, Chantal. I'm not done with the comments. You wait your turn. Guy George says, oh boy, this ought to be fun. Foodie is such a fun, happy drunk, isn't she? Depends on her mood. I don't think she's going to be a fun, happy drunk tonight. I think she's going to be a sloppy drunk. Let's see. Amna says, we're in the smug phase of the cycle, which is the least funny. Luckily, the funniest phase of all, the rage phase, is next after Nads blows her off for Didi. Well, that's been happening more and more and more. Let's see. Magulator says, you packed an overnight bag complete with CPAP. You rented a scabby motel. You picked Natter up. After the deed was done and exchange was made, you dumped him back on Didi's doorstep. He couldn't even be bothered to spend the night with you. You'll be broke in a couple of weeks and have to take payday loans while crossing your fingers for the super chats to rain down. It's free money upon you from the dumb strangers that send them. You had better hope that you have VIBs are willing to continue paying your way and Natter's way. Once that ends, is truly all over if YouTube doesn't take you down first, that is. Well, I think if we're going to place bets, I don't think YouTube would win that bet. I think if people pulled away from Chantal, that would be more of a possibility than YouTube doing anything to her. Lord S. Vader says, I'm not going to Sheen. Foodie Beauty literally a few hours ago, right? Black Crow on tap says, used once again, co-sign for Natters and his partner, intending to be in a good mood after being turned down for her peace offering to doo-doo. Yikes on a bike. What a foul person. So do you think maybe y'all that she took the alcohol? Oh, you know what? Didi likes to drink wine, doesn't she? Maybe that's why she took all that alcohol with her to smooth things over with Didi, and Didi didn't buy it. Let's see. Let me look for another comment that just appeared. Kim Adams says, anyone else notice that her overnight bag is no longer in the back seat, which tells me she brought it somewhere. I wouldn't be surprised if this video was just another attempt to throw people off. I bet she turned around and went back there, which is why she ended her live and said she was going to go right to bed when she gets home. Her wanting to listen to music in the earlier video didn't stop her from being live. What she really didn't want was her chat realizing she's lying about going home. Yeah, if she had an overnight bag, why isn't it in her car? Wouldn't she bring that back home with her? Huh. Black Crow on tap says, delicious booze, trying to exaggerate the quality of the stuff she got for Nads, but wasn't welcome. Dee Dee said, nope, the embarrassment is unreal. So was that the plan tonight with Chantal? That she was going to pick up a whole bunch of alcohol and kind of smooth her way over with Dee Dee, and Dee Dee didn't have it? You got to wonder. You really got to wonder. Jay says, I don't get why she keeps saying we're taking things slow. Meanwhile, she is constantly driving to Montreal and having sex with him. Make it make sense. Yeah, taking things slow means you're taking things slow, not doing the back and forth long distance booty calls. Let's see. Lolo says she has maybe a few years left to be alive. She's worried about these sad surface relationships over her family relationships. So effed up. Yes, it is. She's putting all of her love and time and passion into people and things that don't matter, and neglecting things in her life that do matter. Her family, her pets. Pete's has been a roommate and he's been her friend for 17 years. Yet all of those things where there might be some genuine care, she can't be bothered because it's not natter. Let's see. I'm looking for another great comment. Hold me just a second. Rachel says, he's not your boyfriend for the 106th time this year. You drive 2 hours there and back to give a man money that won't ever claim you. JC says, you ever get pissed, you will never reach 100K subs. Yeah, she's been wanting that silver play button for the longest, and it's always out of reach. I love that for her. I really do. I so love that for her. I love that for her. Chrissy knows it all. Says, stop eye-effing yourself. You aren't good looking. Just know that. Chantal likes to make love to herself with the camera. That's for sure. All right, y'all. That's it for my React video. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a great night. Thank you again, and please take care. Bye-bye.